Question number 10. Which among the following are the levels of processing proposed by Craig and Lockhart? So, these are the options. In order to answer this question, you need to know the levels of processing proposed by Craig and Lockhart. Alright, the levels of processing model by Craig and Lockhart, 1972. This model primarily focuses on the depth of processing when it comes to memory. This model tells us the deeper the information is processed, the longer a memory trace will last. Well, what do I mean by depth? Craig defined depth as the meaningfulness extracted from the stimulus rather than in terms of number of analyses performed upon it. Meaning? You will remember informations when you understand its depth and inner meaning. And it doesn't matter how many times you repeatedly memorize it. Alright, for example, if I say, what a man can be, he must be. Then after hearing this, if you're like, okay, whatever dude, because of this lethargic attitude, you won't certainly remember what I just said, because you didn't process it properly. But if you listen, truly actively listen to its inner meaning and begin to give more thought to it, then you will remember for life. So, the deeper you process one information, the stronger will be your memory. Understood? Good. The basic idea here is memory is just a byproduct of the depth of processing any information, and there is no clear distinction between short-term and long-term memory. It just, if you process information on a shallow, superficial level without going too deep, then you can only remember for a while. We call that short-term memory. But if you process information too deep by exploring its deeper meaning and can remember it for life, we call that long-term memory. Simple, right? This model tells us we process information broadly in two ways: shallow, deep. Alright, in shallow it has two processing: structural processing, phonetic processing. Structural processing, which simply is when we are focused only on how it looks like, its color, its structure, its design. In phonetic processing, we are only focused on how it sounds like, its tone, its vibe. You see, shallow processing only involves maintenance rehearsal, which is nothing but repetition to strengthen the short-term retention of information. Got it? But in deep, it has a level called semantic processing. As per the name, such as we go for inner meaning to process information. This deep level processing involves elaborative rehearsal, which involves more meaningful analysis. For example, we use more thinking, we use more associations here, etc. Alright, here is an example. We are all well aware of this post-credit scene. We all got goosebumps because it is when Tony Stark become Iron Man. That scene alone, we remember this for life. Why? Because of the emotion and the impact and how deep we processed that information. Alright, now let's return to the question. Which among the following are the levels of processing proposed by Craig and Lockhart? Here, physical means structural processing, acoustic means phonetic processing, semantic means semantic processing. So, it's option 4, the 3 levels of processing. Understood? Good.